We got a free multiplayer weekend for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. A look at the Disney Plus series Loki. In addition, the Summer's Games Fest, which is coming up right around the corner. All that and more coming up right now. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Yeah, guys, and we got a free multiplayer weekend coming up for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 from May 22nd through May 23rd. That's right, on Saturday and Sunday only. This means that you can go ahead and play any multiplayer game on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 for free. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out PlayStation Plus, this is the perfect opportunity. Get ready to log on and play with your friends to be sure to check it out. You don't want to miss it. The last set of PlayStation Play at Home, well, at least for now anyways, is set and is ready to go. Already live from May 17th, ending on June 6th. There are multiple rewards out there for games including Rocket League, Brawlhalla, Destruction All-Stars, MLB 21 The Show, NBA 2K21, and so many more. You don't want to miss it. These are free rewards. All you have to do is just log on and check out the PlayStation Play at Home tab from the PlayStation Store, and they have them listed right there. You don't want to miss it. Be sure to check out these awesome items that are available for you at your disposal. In other news that was trending earlier on this week, Grand Theft Auto 5, the game that just doesn't want to die, is going to be releasing on next-gen systems on Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, in addition the PlayStation 5. And again, this is just the game that they just keep milking it, man. It just keeps going and going and going. It's the game that just doesn't want to die. It's unbelievable. The game will be formally releasing on November 11th, 2021. Now, I went ahead and I sent out a poll on the Weekly Wrap-Ups YouTube channel and in addition on Twitter. I got the most responses on Twitter on the question, if you already have Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3 and the PlayStation 4, will you go ahead and buy it again on the PlayStation 5? Not surprised by the results. About 75% of you said that you will not be buying this game again on PlayStation 5. And hey, I can't blame you. If you have it on PlayStation 4 already, it's going to be backwards compatible. Yeah, sure, it may not have the visuals, but why would you buy the game again? I personally don't see a reason to, but hey, it is the best Grand Theft Auto that has been released, in my opinion. So if you're into it, definitely check it out this November. And speaking of Grand Theft Auto, when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 3, Rockstar Games announced that they're going to be actually celebrating the 20th anniversary of the release of this game. Now, they haven't gone into exclusive details upon what we should expect whenever we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 3. However, I hope and do believe that we are going to see a remastered version of Grand Theft Auto 3 releasing on next-gen consoles. We'll just have to stay tuned for that. Hopefully, we see some kind of announcement for that at the Summer's Games Fest or potentially at E3 2021. We'll just have to stay tuned and keep our eyes out for that. And finally, some Last of Us Part 2 news. Naughty Dog went ahead and announced that the performance upgrade for the game on the PlayStation 5 is now available. Players will be able to go ahead and play The Last of Us Part 2 in full 60 frames per second, as well as enhanced visuals. Now, it does not include ray tracing, but honestly, does the game really need it? I mean, it looks so freaking good as it is. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't. So if you haven't already, guys, definitely go ahead and check out those enhanced visuals exclusively on the PlayStation 5 for The Last of Us Part 2. And for more Last of Us Part 2 news, let's swing it on over to Mark. That's right, Mark is back on the show this week to go ahead and talk about The Last of Us Part 2. And in addition, he has some more news that you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for. Mark, what you got for us, bro?
Thanks, Al, and it's great to be back. So, more on that Naughty Dog news. They've had a PS5 since the launch last year, so they've been working on PS5 stuff. We just don't know what it is or when we're going to see it. My guess is going to be around June, whenever PlayStation has their event, or even on Summer's Game Fest, whenever we talk about it a little bit later in the show. But we'll have to wait and see. All they did was tease it. But be sure to know that Naughty Dog is working on PlayStation 5 content. Also, and a slant news to Naughty Dog, Amy Hennig seems like she's working on another AAA game. Now, a lot of her past projects have fallen through, like the Star Wars game that she was working on with EA. But this seems like it's on track. And she's working with industry leaders, so the more cinematic universe that she's known for, like on Uncharted. It's very exciting to see what it's going to be, and we'll have to wait and see what it's going to be whenever it's announced. But again, I'm assuming it's going to be this June. Like all news, it's going to be this June. So, some more on this June news. Geoff Keighley today dropped a large amount of news about Summer's Game Fest. It's his, I guess now, annual E3-esque show that he's going to be hosting. Last year he started it. It seemed like it was for COVID reasons. However, again, E3 is starting this year, and so is Summer's Game Fest. Starting on June 11th, a lot of publisher partners and a lot of celebrities in general, like Weezer, are going to be part of Keighley's Game Fest. Now, we don't know too much about it. However, be sure to stay tuned to this channel. We will be covering everything that you need to know about Summer Games Fest. But what we do know is he answered a few fans on Twitter. It's going to be about 2.5 hours long, and it's going to be more along the lines of it seems like his video game awards show. Now, the content that's going to be there, it's going to be huge news and smaller news back and forth, depending on what the publishers and developers want to reveal. Now, he did say that other publishers and developers that have their own show, like Xbox and PlayStation, Xbox will be at E3, and PlayStation will have their own probably state of play, that they're going to withhold some of the information for their own shows, but they will also be participating in Summer Games Fest. So it's going to be interesting to see what PlayStation, Xbox, even Activision, Square Enix reveal how they see Summer Games Fest. Now, I know we've been focusing a lot on PlayStation and Xbox, but Nintendo does have a little bit of news. They are adding 5 new games to the online store. Well, not the store, their service, their NES and SNES service that is part of Nintendo Online. Now, these games are kind of obscure, but you might like them. They are Super Baseball Simulator 1000, Caveman Ninja, Magical Drop 2, Spelunky's Quest, and for the NES, I'm gonna probably butcher this name, Ninja Yaya Mara-kun. So, if any of these games are games that you've played before or maybe want to give it a shot, if you already have Nintendo Online, they will be added right to that service there. So give them a try. Hopefully they're good. I don't know. Now, we were talking about Summer Games Fest and how there's going to be some celebrities like Weezer. So shifting into non-gaming news, there is a bunch of leaked Batman coverage that's coming from the new The Batman movie with Ben Reeves as the director. So we already knew that it's coming in 2022. We already knew that the Riddlers and the Penguin are going to be the villains. However, Reeves did tease that it seems like he's setting up a trilogy, and in 2 and 3, Joker is supposed to be the main villain. Now, it's unclear on whether this Joker is the Jared Leto Joker, if it's a brand new Joker, if it's a Joaquin Phoenix Joker-like, or what it's going to be. We have almost no news, but we will know more in the future. Now, we won't have to wait too much longer for this news. On August 22nd, DC Fandom is set to come back from last year. So this is where they announced the first trailer. This is where they'll probably announce the second trailer. So all the news that we need to know about Batman 2022, The Batman 2022, will be seen at DC Fandom on August 22nd. Now, to pivot from DC into Marvel, Loki has a TV spot, and it reveals a little bit more on what's going to be happening in this show. This show is going to be crazy. We already knew Loki messed up time. We already knew he was in trouble with the time police, but now we get to see more on what he's going to be doing for the time police. And at the end of the trailer, you just have to wait and see. There is a huge, at least in my opinion, huge reveal showing Loki going someplace else. And if you know Marvel movies, you'll know where he's going from the image that you're about to see. Thank you, Al, for having me, and here's Al.
All right, awesome stuff, Mark. Thanks so much for being back right here on the show, on the weekly wrap-up where you belong. It's great to have you back, man. And when it comes to Loki, if you guys want me to go ahead and maybe do like a, maybe like a weekly wrap-up whenever it comes to the Loki series, whenever it drops, I can go ahead and do that. Maybe do a little bit of a discussion whenever it comes to things that I may have noticed in the show that you guys may not have. Because, when it comes to the MCU, they always hide little details here and there that a lot of people may not notice, and then at the end of the day it always intertwines and walks together. The MCU, they did just a fantastic job with that kind of thing. So if you would like me to go ahead and make a video series on that, definitely let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to do that. For Mark, you definitely want to make sure you're following Mark over on PlayStation Universe because he's writing up some fantastic content over there, so definitely check him out. In addition, he's also on Twitter, so be sure to follow him on Twitter at LostHeroes13. Be sure to also follow The Weekly Wrap-Up, as we're also on Twitter at The Weekly Wrap-Up, and in addition, myself, I'm on Twitter too, at Albert Perkins II. So definitely be sure to follow all three of those accounts on Twitter for your latest and greatest news. For Mark, I'm A to the P. Albert Perkins, and you? Well, looks like you just got wrapped up. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, and as always, peace.